Dogs have been man's best friend since the beginning. They were the first animals to be domesticated, and since then, they have always been our loving companions. But that does not mean that their basic instincts have been eradicated. Even today, dogs are known to be ferociously protective of their owners. Let's take a look at some of the most dangerous dog breeds in the world. Number 21. Great Dane. Although the Great Danes are known to be very affectionate and caring, that is only when they have had contact and training with humans from an early age. However, if left alone, Great Danes can be very aggressive and dangerous. And considering their size, if they do intend to attack someone, they can inflict a lot of damage and even death. Number 20. Boxers. These dogs have been traditionally used as guard dogs and as hunting dogs, which means that their aggressive nature has been developed further over the years. Boxers have a powerful jaw, and their bite is indeed worse than their bark, which is why their training has to be done very carefully, because they can do a lot of damage otherwise. But perhaps that's why they're such good guard dogs. Number 19. Tosa Inu. The size of the Tosa Inu is enough argument that it is dangerous. These dogs weigh in at anything between 130 to 200 pounds and can reach anything between 2 and 3 feet in height. Scary as that sounds, the Inu are basically fighting dogs, and their strength is obviously an advantage. They are not known to get very accustomed to homes, and in fact, many countries have legally restricted their ownership. Number 18. Chow Chow. One look at this huge dog and you might not think of them as scary. Or as dogs either, because they kind of have a lion's mane. But looks can be deceptive. The Chow Chow is basically a guard dog, and were bred to help shepherds. What makes them even more dangerous is that they need a lot of attention from their owners, and if they don't get that, they tend to get aggressive and moody. Kind of like my ex-girlfriend. Whoa. They are also fiercely protective of their owners, and if they think that their owner's in danger, they will not spare anyone who comes in the way. Number 17. Alaskan Malamute. These furry creatures are generally very active, which means that their energy needs to be spent properly. Otherwise, they can tend to get very aggressive. Also, they have a built-in instinct to hunt, so they're kind of looking for prey at all times. Of course, these beauties are not really blessed with fast learning capabilities, so whoever is training them needs to be extremely patient with them. Number 16. Doggo Argentino. Known for their very identifiable black eye patch, the Doggo Argentino, or the Argentine Mastiff, is one of the strongest dogs in the world. Combine that with the fact that they are basically game hunters and guard dogs in nature, and you get a very lethal combination. They also have kind of a dual personality, where they can become extremely stubborn and very freelance in the next moment. They like to show their dominance, and hence they need owners who are capable of making the Argentine Mastiff know who the real alpha is. Number 15. Siberian Husky. These regal creatures are bred to be working dogs. They have an ingrained instinct of not being very social. Now, that doesn't mean that they are vicious, though you do need to train them properly before introducing your friends, unless of course you don't want your friends around. The Siberian Huskies can be extremely dangerous and prone to attack those who they do not know, so it's generally a good idea to be careful around them. They're also pretty restless, so in case you leave them alone in the house, you might find it a mess when you come back. Number 14. Bull Mastiff. These huge dogs are generally used as guard dogs, and for good reason. They have a naturally aggressive temperament and do not hesitate in attacking those who they consider a threat. Training them is also difficult because of their size, as they tend to get miffed at their trainers. But unless they have been trained properly, it's better if you do not make faces at them. Number 13. Wolf Hybrid. Obviously, the name is a giveaway. These dogs are a cross between gray wolves and dogs, and as such, their wild instincts have not really disappeared. They tend to be moody and unpredictable. They generally do whatever fancies them, and that includes attacking anyone who ticks them off. So dangerous are the wolf hybrids that many places have banned them from being used as house pets. Number 12. The Bull Terrier. A look at the large egg-shaped head is enough to make you a little wary of the Bull Terrier. But it's actually a result of some unfortunate incidents that have given these dogs a bad rep. The Bull Terriers are actually pretty friendly to humans, but their predatory instincts drive them to attack smaller animals who they see as prey. That means the neighborhood cat, and unfortunately the little kids as well, sometimes tend to become their targets. Bull Terriers are fast, agile, and strong, and once they do attack, they are quite relentless. Number 11. Perro de Presa Canario. Don't worry, that's not the only name these dogs are known by. They are also known as Canary Mastiffs and are a very strong-willed and dominant species of dogs. The Canary Mastiffs are known to work as guardians for farm animals, although their aggressive nature has also seen them take part in deadly dogfights. If you ever have a run-in with the Canary Mastiff, you can be rest assured that it will not be a pretty outcome. Number 10. Doberman Pinscher. These dogs are smart, strong, and extremely sensitive to sound. They can sense danger, and once they do, they tend to act on their own instinct, which more often than not means that they will remove that danger by any means necessary. And considering that they are pretty big, it's not a good idea to have a house guest around them if they have not been properly introduced. Number 9. Caucasian Shepherd. The Caucasian Shepherds are really large dogs, and most of them weigh above 50 kilos. They belong originally to Russia and other European countries, and are used mostly to protect livestock in the mountainous regions. So fierce are the Caucasian Shepherds that even wild animals like wolves are known to steer clear of them, which is what makes these furry creatures one of the best guard dogs. Number 8. Rhodesian Ridgeback. These dogs are so fearsome that even lions tend to keep away. The Rhodesian Ridgebacks have been accompanying their hunter masters to keep lions away from the prey, and are very loyal and intelligent. But they are also highly sensitive, and if mistreated, they tend to get aggressive. And if lions are scared of them, you should be too. Number 7. German Shepherds. As far as dogs go, there really are not many breeds that can match up to the beauty of German Shepherds. They are very fast, agile, and in their quest to remove any perceived danger, they can even inflict fatal injuries. Although German Shepherds are known to tone down with proper care and training, they are still one very dangerous breed. Number 6. Boerboel. Considering that the farms in South Africa are visited by many large animals, and the fact that the Boerboel was bred to keep them away, it's pretty easy to figure out how much damage these guys can inflict. If you want to know more proof, just consider that they were always the first line of defense against predators. Also, they are very loyal and protective towards their family, and were known for holding down the game while scaring other animals away, so you would really not want to cross them. Number 5. Cane Corso. The Cane Corsos are supposedly the last remaining coursing mastiffs, and as such, they are quite large and powerful animals. In fact, they are known to be a descendant of the Canis pugnax, which were basically the dogs that the Roman army used in wars. So you can pretty much guess that the Cane Corsos will not be particularly friendly, and considering that they are immensely strong, if they decide to attack anyone, it will end up in a trip to the hospital, or even the morgue. Number 4. Rottweilers. Rottweilers are a naturally aggressive breed, and they have a pretty awful temper to go with it. This is why when families are looking to get a pet, everyone advises against Rottweilers. They are so tuned to being the alpha that their owners need to assert themselves as their superiors, or these dogs tend to have their way almost every day. And since they are also very powerfully built, it is generally not a good idea to irritate Rottweilers ever. Number 3. Basenji. These sleek and well-built dogs are known for speed and their alertness. They were bred to serve as hunting dogs, and as such, their senses are heightened. They are also pretty curious and affectionate, but they do have an independent side to them. Dog trainers would also advise you against getting them for your homes, as they are known as the second least trainable breed of dogs. Combine that with their basic hunting skills and you have a pretty ferocious dog on your hands. Certainly not something you would want around your kids. Number 2. Pit Bulls. These guys actually live up to their name. They're as strong as bulls, and they're actual fighter dogs. Pit Bulls are known to go after any perceived threat with major aggression, and they have a really powerful bite. And once they bite, they do not let go easily. It is imperative to let them know who is a friend right from the start, because even the smallest mistake will lead to them attacking you, and that is not an experience anyone should go through. That is why pit bulls make awful house dogs, because they are overzealous when it comes to protecting their family. And finally, number 1, Tibetan Mastiff. When a dog is used to protect homes from dangers like bears, wolves, and leopards, you can pretty much get an idea of how dangerous they can be. The Tibetan Mastiff is a giant dog and used primarily as guard dogs and shepherds. They're one of those breeds which one should avoid having at home, as they can be very aggressive towards strangers. Have you ever come across any of these dogs? Do let us know how your experience was in the comments below, and remember to subscribe to our channel to get instant alerts on all of our videos.